Yes, hopefully we are on live, but let me check my channel first. Just give me a few seconds. Yes. Okay, yes, hopefully we are on live properly. Yeah. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Jane Connect, Voice of Entrepreneurship, and our LinkedIn Live series in celebrating of Global Entrepreneurship Week 2025. I am Farhana Akhtar Khan, Managing Director for GEW Botswana and Head of Program and Partnership at Dotline Social. And also, I am the founder of Farhana's Brain Station. Uh, so, I want to see how many people are joining with us. So, let's start commenting so that I can see you. So it's such a pleasure to host today's session, uh, unlocking the opportunities. Why every founder should join Global Entrepreneurship Network. So we will explore how the Global Entrepreneurship Network opens door for founders across the country, connecting them to opportunities, mentorship, and global visibility. So, and joining me today is a wonderful guest, someone who has been at the heart of Jane's collaborative growth journey. So, Mr. Ahmed Wakar Mohsin, the Director of Strategic Alliance and Partnership at Jane Pakistan, and the CEO of the Fifth Dimension Corporate Consultancy. So, Ahmed, welcome. It's great to have you with us today. So, how are you?
Thank you very much, Farhana. Well, honestly speaking, my throat isn't working 100% today, but I just couldn't miss this opportunity to connect with you again and have that quick discussion about the topic which we have selected for today. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So we are very much, we feel so special that I know that you were very sick, but you took it very seriously because our audience are waiting for our today's discussion. So thank you so much for present today. So let us talk about yourself first. Though our first session we already discussed about me, about you, but just quick brief. You can introduce yourself, and then we can go to our main discussion.
Okay, so for all the new viewers joining us here, I am the Director for Strategic Alliance and Partnerships Portfolio for the Global Entrepreneurship Network Pakistan chapter. And I am the person who is mainly responsible for all sort of collaborations, partnership and alliances with GEN Pakistan chapter is doing within the Pakistan, and also all the offshore happenings here. So it has to go through my desk. So I'm the one responsible for this thing. Apart from my working in GEN Pakistan, I'm also looking after one of the great corporate consultancy based out here in Dubai, UAE, and we are providing corporate consultancy so to almost 12 different industries across GCC and some of the South Asian countries as well.
Yeah, excellent. So lovely. We are so excited to learn from your experience. And Jane is doing some incredible work globally. So, and I know many founders watching today who are curious to understand what makes Jane is so different. So, if you are ready, let's jump to our program. So, let's talk about start right there that for those who might be hearing about Global Entrepreneurship Network for the first time, what makes Gen unique compared to other entrepreneurship networks? So yeah, you can share something that what makes Gen unique.
Okay, firstly, all the new viewers and all those people who does not know much about GEN or don't know anything about Global Entrepreneurship Network, first thing is they need to understand that Global Entrepreneurship Network, it's not a business, it's a platform. And as the name is kind of self-explanatory, we are global. We are a platform which is acclaimed to be the world's largest entrepreneurial platform. And the reason is we are existing in more than 180 countries as of today. If I have to come up with the numbers, every single country has got one GEN chapter which is associated with the country's name. For example, I belong to Pakistan, so there we have got GEN Pakistan. Farhana is leading Botswana, so that's GEN Botswana chapter. Someone is living in UAE connected with the GEN, so must be connected with the GEN UAE chapter. So the uniqueness is the size, is the reach, and is unparalleled approach of our network. This is something which is making us unique. Second thing, it's the bottom up approach. Although we are working globally, we have got a huge network and we have got unlimited opportunities, but we work bottom up. What does it mean by bottom up? That we are working from the grassroots level, which is the high school, moving on with the colleges, further moving on with the universities, then moving on to the startups, from startups to the accelerators, from accelerators to investors, investors to VCs, VCs to semi government, semi government to government, and then from government to public private partnerships. So we are making it sure that we should be utilizing all our efforts, all our connections, and all our experience to make sure that entrepreneurs, whether be established, whether be aspiring, whether be potential, must have the opportunities which they deserve no matter in which country you are. That's why some of the slogans which we usually use, the most significant one, which is quite near to my heart, is go beyond borders. That's what we do. GEN, hashtag beyond borders.
Excellent. That's such powerful perspective. So, especially the part about creating an ecosystem, not just network. I think that's what keep founders truly engaged, being part of something larger than themselves. So, yeah, that's excellent. So, who are watching our session today? So, I'll request please let us know which country you are from and what are you doing. So let's introduce each other because this is a global entrepreneurship week celebration we are doing, so it's an opportunity to networking with us. So yeah, so let's jump into our next most asking question or curiosity that Jen's presents over 200 countries, so connecting entrepreneurs across Africa, Asia, and beyond. Yeah, so could you just share few success stories, example of founders who have achieved meaningful growth through Gen program or collaboration? Though we have I mean, at the end of the program, there will be a live example who can share her story with us. But you can share with the, I mean, success story, just a brief, so that people will know about shortly from you. Thank you.
Okay, so when it comes to the success story, I really have to think which success story should I share because the list goes on and on and on. Because since the time we started with Global Entrepreneurship Week in 2007 and 8 onwards, and then it got converted to the Global Entrepreneurship Network, and now we are existing, Alhamdulillah, for more than 180 countries, almost 200 rating. So I would suggest let's see the number. Every year, Global Entrepreneurship Network releases an official GEN impact report. If you just have a look at the Global Entrepreneurship Network annual impact report, which is also available on our website, if you just try to log into www.genglobal.org, you go to the website, the first thing in the slider which you will find, that's our impact report. Then you got to know that amazingly, out of 9 to 10 different programs which are taking place all around the year under the one umbrella of Global Entrepreneurship Network, let's talk about one, that is Global Entrepreneurship Week. Every November, this Global Entrepreneurship Week is getting celebrated all across the globe. So if you just look at the number, last year, what happened? More than 10 million people officially on the record participated in the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Well, that's what we call success. More than 40,000 events and activities took place just last year. Well, that's what we call success. If you look at the number, how many trades happened, how many collaterals happened, how many partnerships took place, it is definitely going to blow your mind how this one program of Gen, which is Global Entrepreneurship Week, is generating a lot of business for the entrepreneurs and the companies and the industries across the globe. And if you want to look at the individual happening, look at one more program, GER, Global Enterprise Registration, one of the flagship programs of our Global Entrepreneurship Network. We all know that the world is not peaceful every time. There are things happening, whether it be pandemic, whether it be war, or whatsoever. So, just to remind you about the rehabilitation of Iraq as a country, this was our first test case. So the Global Enterprise Registration Program got launched, and our officials actually got in connection with the Iraqi government. So a lot of digitalization and government relevant rehab functions being done in coordination with the Global Entrepreneurship Network. And Jen did not only help out the Iraq, we also helped in the Chile in terms of making it sure that this Latin American country would be able to upgrade itself in terms of systems optimization, whether it be relevant to visa, whether it be relevant to some economic policies, whether it be relevant to some sort of financial collaboration at the public, private, or the government to government level. We are working everywhere. So you just need to go and see it yourself. Go to our website, have a look at the Global Impact Report of Gen 2024, and you will be amazed. There are tons of stories. And also, currently, we are going through this whole campaign of Global Entrepreneurship Week. You go to any country's social media, you go to any country's website, you will be amazed. There are tons of success stories. And yes, you who are watching us today, you will be one of those stories if you are being connected with Jen, if you are an active contributor. Believe me, we all have that hero inside us. Be the part of Jen, join us, open the doors of opportunity. The victory is waiting for you.
So very impressive, so inspiring. So it's amazing to see how real founders are scaling their ventures through this connection, and it shows the Gen is not just a theory in action; it's action and impact. Because what you mentioned that today we are, I am from Bangladesh, I'm working for Botswana, and we are connecting Gen Pakistan. So there is a, I mean, just one platform, but see, three countries are involved through this activity. So this is very impressive and a very impactful network. So definitely, any founders and a startup owner and who are under the entrepreneurship journey. So yeah, Jen believe the to build the ecosystem where all kind of stakeholders are engaged. So that's very interesting and helpful for the entrepreneurs especially. So, okay, let's talk about the opportunities for entrepreneur from Pakistan, Botswana, or anywhere in Africa or Bangladesh or anywhere. So, what are some of the key opportunities available for Gen member right now? So, let's talk about this. Yes.
Okay, when we talk about the opportunities, I would like to see that one of our viewers has already put up a question here, that how can the initiatives like GE and Connect help bridge the gap between entrepreneurs from Africa and Asia? And that's exactly relevant to the question, Farhana, which you have just raised here. So, yes, this is one of the programs of the GEN. This is called GE and Connect. So, either by using GE and Connect or by using any other program of GEN, there's a doorway. You have to come into it. You have to get connect with the people, and by using the GEN Connect, you have the opportunity to go to the directory of Global Entrepreneurship Network once you have signed up here. As soon as you sign up here, and you don't have to pay anything upfront, so it's like a free subscription which you will get. You will become the part of it. Just a few quick checks regarding the verification and validation of the account. Once you are in, you have the directory. Decide it yourself. You are living in Africa, you want to connect with somebody in Asia, go to that specific country, go to that directory, search about your industry, see the people working in your industry, and then get connect to them. Let me give you one life example, because how I started with, you don't have to rush. Once you become the part of it, I did what people generally call cold calling and all. Well, this is not the cold calling. I started with three unknown personnel from the gen directory every single week. Okay, I have sorted. Let's suppose I want to get connected with the industry pairs in the IT sector of Sri Lanka. So I went to the directory, I selected Sri Lanka, and I selected the filtered that industry, IT and telecom. I found a list. I tried to get in touch with those people while introducing myself as the GEN member and belong to such and such community. I saw your self listed there, and I want to get in touch because I want to know what is happening in your region. And believe me, if I have to give it a percentage, approximately 90 to 95% success rate, approximately 100%. People will get back to you, people will get in touch with you, and then this will open a new door of opportunity. Consider, if I name a country which is far from, let's say, Lithuania, or let's say Brazil, or whatever, some country you don't know about, become the part of GEN, get into the directory, get in touch with the people, and get the real time data and real time information about your relevant industry in any other country across the globe. Well, what other network in the world will give you this sort of an opportunity to get connected with your industry players across the globe? Just need to pinpoint, okay, this country I want to explore today, that industry I want to explore today, get in touch with the people. That's the power of the GEN. That's the power of our network, and that's the reach of our network. It opens new doors, it's open new opportunities, and provide you immense sort of a result. And believe me, when you get connected with the people while introducing yourself as the part of GEN member, and obviously they can verify whether you are there in the directory or not, you will get great response from them, which could be the beginning of a new era for you, for your business, for your career.
Excellent. So that's great to hear, especially this cross-border project. So Gen truly act like a bridge, connecting founder, investors, and mentors across the region. So I believe it will helpful discussion with you also, but I'll request and remind you again, if you are hearing us, please let us know that if you are entrepreneur, you can share your journey with us as well, that how you get benefited from your network, or what could be the initiatives or activities should taken which will be helpful for the entrepreneurs or startup for their smooth journey. So, and share your experience so that we all know about the entrepreneurship journey. So yes, let's talk about one more question, which is I often get from new founders is like, how do I make the most out of being part of Gen? So from your experience, I want to know that how can entrepreneurs really, maximize their membership in terms of visibility, mentorship, and access to funding, or yeah, if you have anything to share, let us know.
Okay, so that's a very good question, and even I usually get this question out of most of the conferences or the summits which I attend. And let me tell you, there are two extreme sort of Gen subscribers or the Gen members. What are those two extremes? The first one are the members who have somehow signed up to become a member because they were kind of motivated as a result of maybe this kind of a live session, as a result of some motivational speaker, as a result of some of the program which really inspired them. So they sign up, they become the part of it, and then they never get back to it. The month of November is gone, Global Entrepreneurship Week is finished, and they get back to their work. They kind of forget about it, and then for the next 11 months, they remain in the hibernation mode. And then they say, well, I don't know what Jen is doing. I am not pretty sure about it. So, boss, you have to make sure that the journey you have started with us, the first step you have taken while signing up for a membership, there was a whole staircase waiting for you. You are supposed to go on with your own pace. I'm not asking you to put all your elbow grease to become the part of Gen and do something absolutely awesome. Go slow, go steady, but go consistently. So that's one type of people. Another type of people, they are super motivated. They sign up and then they try to memorize almost every single line and article got published to the network. They are super excited. Again, that is another extreme level. Don't try to boil the ocean in one day. You cannot. Okay? You have to go steady. You have to go with your own pace. In order to get the maximum out of this network, you have to stay consistent, first thing. You have to stay as an active participant, not a passive subscriber. And once I say active participant, I mean to say Gen is an amazing community. Again, we are not a business, it's a community, it's a network where people come together, where people connect with each another, and most importantly, with inverted commas, where people contribute. The more you contribute, the more you play your role. Same happens across the globe. People from Sri Lanka, people from India, people from Pakistan, Bangladesh, US, UK, France, Spain, you name it. They all contribute to the network, and that's how people get connections. That's how people get mentorship. That's how people get some very good sessions free of cost, usually. And that's how people get the opportunity to display, to showcase, to exhibit their product, their service, their business across the borders. You just have to understand. I usually repeat this thing in front of a lot of people who are kind of curious to know about the Gen. After getting in touch, I tell them, listen, it's more like a well which is full of water. You have the bucket, which is your sign up ticket. Now you have the bucket, you have the well, it's totally up to you. How are you going to use that bucket to get that quantity of water which you would like to? It's full of it. You are not supposed to say that, okay, I have got the bucket, I've got the velvet, I want someone else to do it for me. There's no free breakfast in this world. Okay. So that's what you need to do. If this network is providing a lot of free of cost kind of opportunities, try to make the most of it. But for that reason, nobody can help you out if you are not ready to help yourself. Contribute, take people's help. You will find 100% people extremely helpful across the globe, across the network. That's, I'm saying, based on my own personal experience while connecting with Jen for the past more than a decade now. So opportunities are endless. It's all about the way you are going to grab them. And the more you consistently going to do that, the more you are going to understand the network, the more you are going to understand the output and the outcome, and the more you are going to spread this good and lovely experiences of yours, like I am doing for quite some time now, and you will become the brand ambassador of it. Believe me, that's my personal experience.
That's very practical advice, and I love how you mentioned being active, because networks only work when we show off, engage, and collaborate. So, I believe when any new member wants to join with us, it doesn't mean that end of the year or after a long time you will see that. I'm the Gen member, so I want this benefit. It's rather a platform where all kind of stakeholders, partners, investors are engaged. So you could get the benefits or mentorship as you need. You have to make that scope, and you have to find the opportunity. So you have to be active on that platform. So definitely you can get the facilities and support from any kind of experts or investor anywhere in the world. So okay, so lastly, for those turning in who are thinking the sound is amazing, but where do I start? So is the, I mean, very familiar question that okay, you are working here, but how can I start? I wanted to, I mean, they show their interest, but they don't know where to start. So what advice would you give to entrepreneurs considering joining Global Entrepreneurship Network for the first time? So you can share from your experience, or if you have any tips or advice, let us know. Thank you.
Okay, before proceeding with this, I think we are about to have a guest as well. So let's check, Farhana, if our guest is joining.
No
So,
problem. Yes, you can
from
take.
is she joining there?
Okay.
That time I can have a quick look at some of the questions which we have received.
Yeah.
Okay, how important is networking with GEN for early stage founders? Famida Nupur has asked this question. Okay, so Famida, let me answer your question first. Till the time we are going to have a guest with us. What is the
Yeah.
status?
Here is our guest. Sorry for the interruption. So I'm
Mhm.
adding our guest here. Hello.
Hi, how
Here,
are you doing?
yeah, we are doing good, and we are waiting for you. So Ahmed is taking few questions from comments. So yeah, after that maybe we could talk with you. Thank you, and very warm welcome to join with us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Mr. Amuna. Welcome. Welcome on board. We
Thank
are
you very much, Ahmed and Farhana. Thank you.
okay. We were just going through one question. So a quick thing, Farhana, could you just repeat that question again? The question which you were asking first.
Yes, definitely. I just wanted to take few advice for the new member.
Remember? Yeah.
I mean, there is a confusion. Everyone show their interest, but they don't know where to start and how to start. Yes.
Okay, so just a quick walkthrough. The first thing you need to do, go to our website, which is genglobal.org. As soon as you enter, you will get the first screen where the first thing is either to log in or to create profile. Go click on create profile. You will get a form. Yes, it will take some time, approximately 8 to 10 minutes, if you are going to seriously fill that in. But believe me, those 10 minutes will become quite worthy, and you will always remember those. Once you become the part of the GEN Global Entrepreneurship Network, you will get a confirmation email in order to validate your ID, in order to validate the correspondence address. And once it is done, bingo, you are in. Next step. Now you are officially has become the part of the GEN family because you have got your login credentials there. What next? If you are a new person and you have got absolutely no idea, so you don't need to be worried about, don't just go here and there like a headless chicken. Stay calm, stay cool, move on. I'll give you one trick or hack which I use myself, which I said just a few minutes before as well. But just to repeat that thing, how I started. I started to explore the GEN directory. I started with one of our neighboring countries, which is Sri Lanka. I started to explore, okay, I want to go and see in the GEN directory, the country is Sri Lanka, and I want to see the people who are working in the IT and telecom sector. I filtered out, I got a few connections, I went through their profile, I have handpicked three, four people from there, and then I started to get in touch with them through email. That's how I started. I did it first. I tried to contact three people. I got the response from them. Then I set up a 10-15 minutes meeting just to tell them and to know what they are doing and to tell them what I am doing in order to see what are the synergies in order to go further in our cooperation or collaboration relevant to our business activities. It worked really well from the first correspondence date to our collaboration. Honestly, it took me hardly 1 month. And bingo, I got my first collaboration. And from that time up till now, I am still following the same technique whenever I feel like I really would love to explore something. Recently, I have explored the market of the Eastern Europe, which includes Moldova, Georgia, Armenia, and now I'm moving on to some other markets of the Western Africa. 3 days before, I was just trying to search what is happening in Senegal. So I rather going through the news websites of Senegal, I use our GEN directory. I got in touch with one of the person, and guess what? I found that person living in Dubai. He has a business in Senegal. He has a setup in Dubai, and I was in meeting with him. Just after searching him, it took me 4 days to get in touch with him to get my first one-on-one meeting. And yes, if you are guessing it, we are planning something, and soon you are going to find this thing on our website. One new collaboration in Senegal. Well, it's like a trade secret, which I have shared on the live broadcast, but I hope this will help, especially the newcomers. And if you are a student, if you are a startup, if you are aspiring startup, you can do the same thing. You can follow the same technique in order to approach the industry leaders relevant to your industries, relevant to your country, or wherever you want to. You can search the mentors, you can search the investors, and try to get in touch with them. Obviously, it requires effort and you need to be lucky, but only those people turned out to be lucky who takes the first step. It always takes some courage to take your first step. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Very beautifully said. And I completely agree that GEM is not just about joining, it's about belonging to a global movement that believes in inclusive entrepreneurship. So, thank you so much, Ahmed, for sharing those wonderful insight with us, though you were very sick. We can see you. Um, and now to make today's conversation even more special, we have an special guest joining us, someone who is actively involved with Global Entrepreneurship Network and has been shaping her own journey through this network. So, Maimuna Hasnain is the founder and CEO of Uran Private Limited. If I am wrong, please correct me later. So she is a leading career counseling and student recruitment company in Pakistan. This Uran company. Under her leadership since 3 years, Uran has become an active partner of Global Entrepreneurship Network, Pakistan chapter celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Week in each year to inspire and empower young minds. So passionate about youth development and global education, Maimuna specialized in global scholarship pathway, helping students access international opportunities through the mentorship, innovation, and strategic guidelines. So, welcome again. Could you please introduce by yourself so that our audience from our network will know about you? So we are very happy to get you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Farhana and Ahmed. And thank you once again for a very flattering and a very warm and a very beautiful introduction that you have said. I'm humbled to listen to your kind words. Uh, I am an educationist by passion and profession from the last 1.5 decades, and been a career counselor for more than 8 to 9 years. And after a long journey of life, since I used to be a teacher of business and marketing, always in my head and heart that one day, see, things that I used to teach, I need to implement it the way I want to. So that's the germ of entrepreneurial ventures were in me. So 3 years back I started, still we are a startup, and the name of the company is Udan. Udan is a word of Urdu language. It basically means a transition, a trajectory towards success. It's just like taking a flight. So this is Udan. So it's a beautiful word, and it can be generated for and translated in various pedagogies and understandings. So this is my my third baby, I'd say, after having two kids. Since 3 years back, when I started Udan, I was just reading to one of a question in the chat box by Merinda. Maybe correct me if I'm taking her name correct. Entrepreneurial journey is definitely very lonely. So in this 3 years of time, I believe one of a very happening element in my life has been Global Entrepreneurship Network Pakistan, Gen Pakistan chapter. The year that when I started my own startup, I was fortunate enough to get connected with Mr. Ahmed Bakar Mohsin through a common friend. And she sort of pushed me in the beginning, and the form that he mentioned, it does not take 8 minutes only. It does take some time because you need to think and fill and counter check. And I totally agree. Once you fill it, it is not just a piece of form, but it is the connection and the opening towards a lot of doors. People ask, I read some questions about how Jen can, help us in finding investment. The very first thing is, and you as an entrepreneur have to motivate yourself, keep yourself on toes. If you have staff, you have to worry. I got all my gray hair because of entrepreneurial journey, because you see, it is a life like that, and every day. And if you don't you're not born in a family where everybody else is doing business and you're the first generation, and you have responsibilities too, and a lot of eyes on you too, because if you've left a very good flourishing career and starting a venture. So all of these things, I believe this is where Jen has helped my organization, because two of the very main things they do is inspire and celebrate. So once they inspire, as Ahmed mentioned, maybe new students, maybe children who want to be businessmen or businesswomen in future, or maybe people who are in business, everybody would like to get connections. If Ahmad himself is very active, he's running the Jen Pakistan chapter, and he's always traveling, meeting people, but still I'm very happy to hear that he pushed himself out of his comfort zone to get connected to Senegal. So yeah, definitely. So if he's getting connected, we all get more connections. So
Exactly.
it was not just Farhana, not just GEW that we are doing with Jen. It is just 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month in the entire year. But in the entire year, when Miranda feels that she feels being lonely in the field of business, so how I got Jen involved during the summers, we connected a lot of students from different high schools and provided them a lot of profile building opportunities, internship program, community service. This is where Jen gave us the endorsement. You see, an organization that has a standing in more than 150 countries. So you get an eyes, you get the international platform, and you get, a vision from a lot of experienced people. I bother Ahmed maybe at least 10 or 11 times in one day. So maybe if it is a small thing or big thing, one thing that I've really liked and appreciated by Ahmed being the director of Pakistan chapter is the way he make the things easy. So if there is a wild idea, put it up. Definitely, they do have an idea bank that can help high schools, universities, colleges, how they can celebrate. But whatever the wild idea it is, he translate and help you and make that into a business venture. And one more thing, Farhana, it's not just me or my organization who has, taken a lot of support from Jen. It is a lot of other people who got connected to my organization and how we showcase their talent or their entrepreneurial journey. And there is a very great example. They were young engineers from Pakistan. They created a product that was unique in the world by, it was an AI product. It was an artificial limb that they created. And Jen Pakistan helped them, supported them in UAE when they went there and incubated them and supported them in many ways. So you see, guidance is a very, very important thing, because as Ahmad himself said, we are mostly lost as headless chickens when we are doing everything ourselves. So we think that we know everything. So if there is somebody who can, give us some ideas or give us, some sort of, connecting the dots, small dots that develop that big one line, and networking, definitely. So you also, through Gen Pakistan, my organization got a platform. From last 3 years we celebrated GEW, and we're very fortunate to be outreach partners for Gen Pakistan this time, for two cities in Pindi and Islamabad. And I'm trying my best to create awareness, and we will definitely look forward to very successful, maybe even on a smaller scale, because a lot of organizations in Pakistan, they don't have, especially the high schools and universities, they don't have facility of getting, career counselors. So, and trained career counselor I am, as you yourself mentioned in your introduction. So I try a little to put, my share, and it is definitely very heartening, very rewarding when you see others' success. And definitely, I say it's all a ripple effect. It just come back to you in one way or the other.
Wow, excellent. I was just amazed that that's fantastic. That I love how you have used Gen Connection to grow your work. So it's such a great reminder that community and collaboration are very powerful with tools.
I ne-
And
Sorry, I'm cutting you, Farana. I never use the word use. I always say that I took
excellent.
because
That's great. Love to hear from you. And I was smiling all the time when you were sharing your journey. But through your entrepreneurship journey, what I mean, is there any one of the most valuable things that you have learned from being part of Gen? Like, uh, from today's discussion, there is a lot of audience who wants to know that the entrepreneurship journey. I mean, you can share your learning if you have faced any challenge, and you can, I mean, you already shared the story and we have found that, but you can share specifically that if there is any story or anything to share that you are facing any challenge and you overcome that being part of Gen, or any using any kind of other connection or network. So maybe it will helpful for entrepreneurs as well, that there is definitely the entrepreneurship journey is not smooth, there is challenge and there is solution as well. But when you are being part of any community, it's very easier to get the solution, advice, or any mentorship support from a community. But you can, we are interested to learn or know from your end.
Farhana, when you talk about how Jen has supported, not saying the word used, so how Jen has supported, apart from using all the jazzy words that Jen connected me to mentors, connected me to relevant people, helped me getting networking, and they created an ecosystem for me and my organization to move out of our comfort zones and get heard and seen by a larger community. This is one aspect. But as you mentioned, a very specific challenge. So I'll say, and it is from my heart for Mr. Ahmed Bakar Mohsen, that in our entrepreneurial journey, or maybe if you look at a product life cycle, from introduction, then a growth, and then maturity, there always a decline. So when we were talking, there were projects that we usually do. So when you are moving, once is, Jen supported me by saying, when you are growing and reaching towards maturity, start a new product life cycle. So one of a very good support that they've been doing and giving me in my upcoming new ventures. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be revealing here, just like Emma did for himself. But yes, one of our very new project, inshallah, coming up is already, I'm in talking terms with Jen, and they are connecting me to right kind of people, so that we develop a successful and ease and comfort for everybody who is in the field of entrepreneurial journey.
Well, I would
That's exactly.
suggest if you want to reveal it, this is the right platform. You can do it.
Yeah,
All right. So, since I'm working very closely with Gen Pakistan chapter, so I am taking some of my business ventures to Malaysia. So, some exchange programs, it is not just the student recruitment, that's what we're already doing. Some sort of vocational training programs, some sort of those programs that can enrich students from Pakistan on exchange from student from Malaysia. So it is in the discussion and pipeline. So hopefully, with the support of Gen Malaysia and other, rest of the people, and they can support me. So inshallah, these are the ideas, and I'm really hopeful, and I already know that they are going to support me.
definitely. Best of luck for your new journey.
Thank you
So,
very much.
know when you will start. Definitely, I mean, we all are support each other. I mean, we will be happy when one of our partner or our part will go in. I mean, extend their business. So definitely, we will be happy, and best of luck, and advance congratulations to your new journey. So yes,
Thank you.
and that's inspiring. Thanks, Maimuna, for sharing your challenge, your journey. And the last things that if you had any one message for other young founders who are watching this live, like what would you tell them about being part of Global Entrepreneurship Network? So, yes.
There is a 2-minute video that is been shared by Jen as a whole, sharing about what Global Entrepreneurship Week is all about. And
Mhm.
one line from that video has always touched my heart. That line is, "The world need more entrepreneurs. If the world need more entrepreneurs, it means they want more people to create more jobs for others. And also, I would say to all entrepreneurs, um, today is the era when I don't think so that we can live and be successful if we are in a phase, having a very bad competition. So I say it's an era of collaboration. The more you know, the more you share. So don't so that's how things will be. And if you have your heart at the right place, so everything will be done by the grace of God.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And it's wonderful to see how Jane continues to empower founders like you across the region. And we are happy to get you. And special thanks to Ahmed for, connect with all of us. And we three are together here. So, well, that brings us to the end of today's session of Gen Connect, Voice of Entrepreneurship. So, a huge thank you to again our guest, Mr. Ahmed, and our special entrepreneur guest, Maimuna, for sharing your both of your insights and experience. And to everyone who are watching, thank you for joining us live. We have few questions. If Maimuna or Ahmed allow me to pick one or two questions so that we can answer their curiosity or questions. Should I pick one or two question from uh, our comment section?
Yeah, please
Yes,
go ahead.
please.
Okay, so okay, I'm just paying Mr. Sabbir Rahman. He wants to know that what consideration must entrepreneur make when trying to scale an idea from a local market to global stage. So, who will answer the question?
So
Miss
I
Maimuna,
can start and
it's
Ahmed
going
can
to
finish.
so you can start.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I can start and he can finish. So, understanding that we are working in a micro environment and a one country and a culture, and whenever we are taking it to another country, so it's a whole new ball game. Even if they understand your language, but they're very very different people. So, for example, I work closely with Turkish community. I work closely with UAE community, US community, UK community. So, when you're working with a lot of different nationalities, I personally say, you need to first have, an exposure and some sort of an experience by, understanding who they are as a nation. So certain things are generic. So this is just, going from micro level to macro level. So I believe this was more a bookish answer, but Emmett can give a more practical answer.
Thank you very much. So I'll definitely will not go to the book side. I'll tell you what I have done myself and what I have done with my clients as well across the globe. Because being a consultant for quite some time, this is one of the most common questions we receive from our clients or client to be. Like, I am running a business in one country, I want to scale it up to the other country, to a global stage and all. So, the most important thing which you need to know, it's a saying that before jumping into a pool, please make sure you know what is the depth of it. So, I would say pinpoint the research and development. So make sure your business, if you feel it's now at the level that you can go global, make sure you have got a small, even if it's a small, you should have a resource who is doing the research and development. So if you have an R&D department, utilize it. If you don't have it, like majority of the businesses around the globe, hire somebody, find somebody before jumping into a new country, before jumping into a new territory, to get to know what are the laws, most importantly, what are the demographics there, is your business product or the service suitable for that region or no. So I
Yeah.
would suggest there's a lot of pre entry things or the checklist which you need to go through. And once it is done, and you are listening to me right now, and you are like, well, we all know this guy is saying the same thing. Let me give you one more hack, because I just always try to come with the solutions and all. If I have to start a new branch of my own business in some other country, again, a trade secret I'm sharing, I would never start my own company straight away. Even after doing a lot of research and development, my first step to go global would be to start with a joint venture or a collaboration.
Collaboration.
I don't want to put a lot of money, time, and effort. I always say that's a TEM, the time, effort, and money. So please make sure that your TEM is properly evaluated and accordingly you can invest it. We don't only invest money, we invest time, we invest effort. If you feel that country Z could be a good fit for your business, find a great collaborator, start one program in collaboration, see how is it going to work. If that works 80 to 90% as per your expectation, you are good to go. If it will not work, you have to redo everything. This is a tried and tested technique.
Tested, yes, it is.
Excellent. So hopefully he got his answer. So we pick another question from sorry, Larona. She wants to know that how do you decentralize planning of Gen activities to allow for maximum participation, especially for rural-based entrepreneurs. So yeah, we can say something very shortly. Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to the centralized planning of GE and activities, let me just clarify this thing. The network has got 9 to 10 different kind of programs which runs under the umbrella of Global Entrepreneurship Network, whether it be GEW, whether it be GER, whether it be GE and Connect, Startup Huddle, or whatsoever. The Gen itself only plan or set the protocols for those programs. Anything which you are doing on your own, anything which you are doing within your country, unless until it is not going to harm the reputation of the global entrepreneurship network, you will always be finding support. The best example, sharp example, in the Southeast Asia, that was I was thinking before, but now I got to know we are one of those few GEN chapters across the globe. I'm talking about GEN Pakistan specifically, to whom the Gen Global has officially provided the opportunity and approval of our two programs. We have already started one, which is National Internship Program. We are the one
Yes,
initiated, we are the one planned it, and we are the one who got the support from the Gen Global. Yes, after going through some procedures, after going through some, it was more like defending my own thesis for a long, long time. But Alhamdulillah. So there's no such thing that every single thing has to be centralized. It's not everything being centralized. The only point you need to remember, don't harm the reputation of the network. If you are following that thing, plan your things, get the approval from your country chapter, and then go on.
Yeah, very important message. Yes. So our last question from Nahi, that how does Gen help startup connect with investors or funding opportunities? So is there anything to share?
You want to say something, Miss Mamuna?
so we do have one example of Able that was supported by Gen by as they supported them to incubate in Abu Dhabi and connected them to right people, and definitely right getting connected with the right people, and the next step is yours. The ball is now in your court, so they help you connect with right people who could be your mentor or maybe your investor, and then further it did worked out for one of the group that I was mentioning who was supported through us.
It's 10 o'clock. Okay, excellent. So, uh, yeah, I have got another comment which is from Miranda. So this is not any question. I believe this is a motivation for entrepreneurs that I am reading what she mentioned, that I started listening late, but you were did on what you advised. The entrepreneurial journey is lonely, and we are
Yes.
harder on ourselves than we are on others. So if you lost focus for a day or a week, don't disappear. So try for 1% better each day, make the call, send the email, connect with the investor, and discipline is more important than feeling. So I like this. Thank you, Miranda, for sharing your message, which is helpful for and very important a message for the entrepreneurs. So if you have both of you, if you have any closing remarks, you can share with us, because very within very short time it was excellent conversation with both of you and very engaging discussion today. And I mean personally I love to having this session today about talking about global entrepreneurship network and this program. So I want to hear the closing remark from both of you, just for one or two sentences enough. Yeah, Maimuna, you can start and Ahmed can end. Yes.
So, as an entrepreneur and founder of a career counseling startup, I would like to just once again, take the opportunity of for this platform to say special thanks to Gen Pakistan chapter for all the support they have been giving to my venture from the last 3 years. And through us, we are very humble to say that we have further supported a lot of people and organizations and entrepreneurs in their idea and their ventures. So it's a chain effect, and we are very thankful to you, especially Ahmed Vakar Mohsin sir. And
Thank you.
thank you very much, Farana, for your today's time and your warmth today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep me in your prayers. Yes. Ahmed, could you please share something from your end? So it will be our closing remarks. Yes.
Sure, it will be my pleasure. Just a quote, but before that quote, why I'm saying that, even after this session, you will be receiving, I will be receiving, we know that we receive a lot of messages on our LinkedIn profiles and all. And those who have our numbers, sometimes we receive the comments as well. But anyway, generally the comments which we receive, that I am super motivated. I want to do something. I want to start my venture. I'm fed up with my job. I'm fed up with my life and all. But how can I start? I've got nothing. Okay, so that's nothing. That reminds me about one of a famous saying which I have used hundreds of times in hundreds of the speeches and the lectures I've given across the globe. That belongs to our late one of the heroes of our history, late Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar. And Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar once said, and I quote this thing: "Nothing is the beginning of everything." Unquote.
Oh,
Excellent.
excellent. Really. Wonderful. Thank you, both of you, again. So today's conversation reminded us Gen is not just a network; it's a movement, bringing together founders, mentors, and all the change maker from around the globe. So if you haven't joined yet, this is your moment. Visit Gen website, get connected, and be part of this global web of innovation and collaboration. So until next time, keep dreaming, keep building, and keep connecting. See you all in our next session of Gen Connect. So our next approximate date would be 13 November, same time. So hopefully you will be enjoy and you will be learn something new from that session as well. Until then, have a good day. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.